Why are curly hair products so expensive? To have nice curly hair, I'll have to be rich. I'll never be able to afford to have nice curly hair. These are some of the messages that I've received from people who feel like curly hair products are inaccessible, and I want everyone to be able to embrace their natural waves or curls regardless of their budget or their financial status. So in today's video, I'm sharing a budget-friendly routine using products that you can find on the UK high street for £3 or less. So if you're looking for a way that you can embrace your waves or curls on a budget, or you want to start spending less on curly hair products, then this video is for you. So first up, I'm just wetting my hair ready for cleansing, and then I'm going to go in with the XHC banana shampoo. This was £1 in Savers, and the reason I picked this one up is because I've seen quite a few people use it. I think it used to be sulfate free, but they've changed the formulation because now it contains a sulfate in it, but I actually don't mind that, and I found that it gave me a squeaky clean feeling, which makes me feel like my hair is clean, so I really don't mind that. So I'm just massaging it into my scalp and then taking it down the lengths of my hair, and I actually only did one cleanse. I didn't feel I needed a double cleanse, and then I'm rinsing thoroughly while massaging my scalp. Now I'm going in with the conditioner from the same line, and it actually doesn't smell too bad. I felt like the shampoo smelled of quite strong artificial banana, but I didn't feel like the conditioner smelled as strong, but it definitely didn't linger in my hair at all. As soon as I rinsed it, the smell went. So I split my hair into two, massaging the conditioner in and then adding a little bit more water before going ahead with the detangling. And I'm using this detangling brush. It was £3 and I picked it up because it looks like a Tangle Teezer dupe. The bristles are not as close together as the Tangle Teezer though, so it wasn't as easy to detangle with, but it wasn't too bad. But it just didn't feel super strong, like it didn't give a lot of tension while I was brushing, so it didn't feel like my hair was supported, if that makes sense, but it did a job for £3. Following up with this conditioner really helped to add the moisture back into my hair, so it didn't feel squeaky clean anymore. It felt moisturized. Now I'm just rinsing my hair thoroughly, making sure all of the conditioner is out. Okay, so I'm out of the shower and my hair actually feels quite smooth. Now I'm going to go in with my mousse. So this was £2.49, but you can get it on Amazon for about £3, and usually they do like 2 for £4 in Boots and Superdrug. I'm always quite generous with mousse, especially this one, as I find it very lightweight. So I basically just apply it to my entire head of hair. Get it all over my robe. I'm gonna add a little bit more mousse because I just felt like that disappeared. Not forgetting the back. Now I'm just lifting it at the roots to kind of get my roots off my scalp. I didn't use a curl cream underneath because I can get away without one, but if your hair is more on the dry side, the tangly side, then I would maybe recommend using a curl cream underneath. You can get curl creams for a couple of pounds in Savers as well. I saw some in there, and also the Boots own curl cream lots of people rave about. Now if you're doing this straight from the shower, usually your hair would stay wet, but because I've been faffing about with the camera, I'm just gonna add a bit more water before I brush through. I'm not going to do any sectioning today because I think that that's just another thing. You need more hair clips and stuff, even though you can get hair clips for cheaper, but I'm just trying to limit the amount of things you need in your routine. Now I'm going in with this brush, which is a Tangle Teezer dupe. As I said in the shower, the rose needles, I don't know what they're called, I actually literally cannot think of the word in my head. They're not as close together as the Tangle Teezer, so it doesn't feel as strong, like it doesn't feel like it has as much grip on your hair. So I'm interested to see how it will be with brush styling. I don't think it will give as much tension as the Tangle Teezer. So what I'm going to do is basically just roughly brush style across my head, and basically what this is doing is distributing the product, but also it's going to smooth the curls and help to create clumps. So I'm just taking a section and using my hand for tension. There you go. It's not too bad actually when using your hand for tension. I'm going to do about 3 or 4, I think. You can obviously do smaller sections if you want. For this one I'm going to do small ones. brush it through a couple of times just to make sure there's no tangles. And I'm basically using the side of the brush to smooth my hair. So you see I put it in, twist, and okay, and I'm going to do the same on the other side. Okay, I'm going to put all my hair to the back, give it a little shake, push it to the side, and now we scrunch. You want to hear a squishy, squelchy sound when you're scrunching. If you don't hear like a really squelchy sound, it's probably not wet enough, and then you're not going to get the juicy curl clumps. It may come out more stringy. So I'm just going to add a bit more water. These bottles you can get for very cheap. I'm actually not sure how much this one costs, but you can get them for a couple of pounds on Amazon. You can get them in the pound shop, ones that aren't necessarily like the mist spray bottle. You can get them in Savers as well for a couple of pounds, but it's not an essential part. If I were doing this in the bathroom, I would just use water from the tap. That's a better sound. Lift and scrunch. Then I'm going to swing my hair to the other side. Just like that. It's that simple because we loosened the roots. Call me crazy, but I'm gonna add one more blob of mousse just because it is the only product I'm using. I want to make sure that I've got enough product in my hair to hold the curls and define the curls. But depending on your hair type, you may need less or more than me. I have heard some people say that mousse can make their hair feel a bit sticky, and if that's the case, then apply less and apply to wetter hair. For me, my hair is pretty much soaking wet when I'm applying this, and that really helps to, in a way, I guess, water down the product. If I were to put it on dry hair, then my hair would feel very sticky. Okay, now on to diffusing. This is the diffuser I picked up. It's incredibly lightweight. I have never felt a diffuser as lightweight as this. I think the ones that I'm used to using are a bit heavier. Maybe they have bigger diffusers. This actually feels so light. It feels like one of those toy ones that kids have. Does it work? Let me turn the plug on, that would help. The reason that I went for this one is because it was the cheapest one that I could find that wasn't a travel one, that had good reviews, but that also had a mix of heat and speed settings. So what you want to look for on a diffuser is, does it have multiple heat settings? Yes, this has 3 heat settings and a cool shot. And does it have multiple speed settings? Yes, this has a low and a high. So I'm going to use the low speed and the medium heat. And because I feel like the diffuser may blow my hair around a bit more than the other diffusers I use, I think I'm going to pixie diffuse and turn the dryer off between sections just to start off with, so my curls aren't all blown around in place, and then once my hair is set I will just keep it on. We'll see how that goes. Lifting at the root, putting my hair up into the diffuser. Turn it off, bring my hair back up, turn it on. And flip. Now I'm hover diffusing to set my curls in place without creating excess frizz or creating stringy curl clumps. I felt it was quite needed with this diffuser. Now I'm pixie diffusing again, so bringing the dryer up to my roots, turning it off and on between sections just until I felt like my curls were set in place. And then I'm just hover diffusing the underneath section just to set my curls in place, pixie diffusing for volume, and then I'm cup diffusing. So for this, I'm literally cupping my hair in my hand and then hover diffusing where my hair is cupped in my hand, if that makes sense. And this again just prevents you from creating stringy or frizzy curls. And look at this curl. Now I'm just flipping upright and roughly creating a parting, because I'm going to diffuse either side of my parting to give a bit of extra root lift and definition on top. Something I'm noticing with this dryer is that because it's basically like a flat base and then the prongs are sticking out, there's not really a bowl for your hair to lay in. So this can make it really difficult to bring your hair up without blowing it around. So that is the reason why I've been turning the dryer off between sections, because if I were to bring it up like this and it's blowing all over the place, it would just make my hair stringy because of how it is. Whereas the ones that are more like a bowl, the hair kind of scoops into the bowl and sits in the bowl as you bring it up, but you don't really have that with this. But it's doing a job. But yeah, let me carry on with diffusing. Lifting my hair at the root, bringing my hair up very gently, and I'm kind of like shaking my hair to make sure it's actually settled in there rather than sprouting out the edge. So now I'm basically just repeating the same steps that I have throughout this diffusing process. Pixie diffusing, hover diffusing. I also did a bit of scrunching towards the end of diffusing to break up any cast left from the mousse. Okay, I think my hair is pretty much dry, so I'm gonna let it settle a bit while I get dressed, and then I'll come back and show you the final results. And I'm back, and these are my results. I think that diffusing took about 35 minutes, so about 15 minutes more than usual actually. With my Curlsmith Diffusion dryer, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to dry my entire head of hair. Just because of the way that it's designed, it does dry my hair quicker and also with more volume, especially at the roots. My roots are a little bit flatter than usual. My hair isn't as bouncy, but these are like very good results considering I use one product. Everything was very budget friendly, and it just goes to show that you can embrace your curls on a budget. I'm going to put the total cost of all the products that I use on the screen up here. I use this mousse on its own all the time, honestly. It's one of my go-to products for when I need a one and done wash day that I want to look decent without spending loads of time and using loads of products. Yes, your hair may be a different texture to mine. You may need a curl cream underneath, or you may prefer to use a gel on top. If you want to use a gel on top for extra hold, then one that I would recommend is also from Shockwaves. This is the Ultra Strong Power Hold Gel. This is about £2.50 as well. So another really inexpensive product. Again, not targeted to curly hair, but you can use products on your hair that aren't targeted to curly hair. I think when you're using a diffuser like that, you do just have to be a bit more mindful of the techniques that you're using. So don't like do this with your hair, just maybe do a bit more hover diffusing, a bit more cup diffusing, just so you're not creating excess frizz. Maybe if you have a bit more cash to spare, then you can invest in a universal diffuser head that can go on the end of that dryer, because I think the dryer itself is absolutely fine. Like, I didn't find it too hot or anything like that, especially on the medium setting. So yeah, these are my results. That was my budget-friendly routine. I really hope that you found this video helpful and insightful. I also just really want to get a conversation going around about what your favorite budget-friendly products are. So please do let me know in the comments so you can help other people find their favorite budget-friendly products too. And as always, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give it a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys.